You think she curls up in your bed just to be warm, don't you? A blanket, a soft pillow, your side of the mattress. But what if I told you it isn't about comfort at all? Picture this 2 in the morning and suddenly she's there, pressed against you, chest rising and falling in rhythm with yours. She didn't ask. She didn't wait. She chose. And here's the truth. Every night your female dog is telling you something far deeper, something instinctual, something emotional, something even science can prove. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 9 powerful reasons why she chooses your bed over her own. And trust me, reason number 3 will change the way you see her forever. So let's begin not with training tips or facts on paper, but with a story written in her bloodline passed down from wolves to the little body sleeping beside you tonight. Reason 1. Survival instinct. Her ancient pack is still alive. Long before she had a name, before you ever brought her home, her ancestors were already writing this story. Wolves didn't sleep alone. They curled nose to tail, pressed against one another, one ear always listening for danger. In the wild, survival meant staying close to the pack. Out there in the dark distance could mean death. That instinct didn't vanish when she became your family dog. Even in the safety of your warm house, that ancient brain is still whispering, "Don't sleep apart. Stay close. Stay safe." So when she climbs into your bed, presses her back against yours, or stretches out with a long sigh, she's not just seeking comfort. She's honoring thousands of years of survival coded into her blood. Science has caught up with what wolves always knew. In 2022, researchers found that dogs who feel deeply bonded with their humans spend more time in non-REM sleep, the deep, healing kind of rest, when they're close to them. In other words, when she sleeps by your side, she's finally letting her guard down. She can close both eyes because you are her pack. Think about that the next time she curls at your feet or burrows under the covers. That little body pressed against you isn't weakness, it's trust, born out of survival. And if instinct is the foundation, what happens when it grows into something even stronger? Because the night she chooses your bed, she's not only surviving, she's telling you she trusts you with her life. Reason 2. Trust. I surrender my guard to you. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous thing an animal can do. Eyes closed, muscles slack, defenses down. For a wolf, lying next to another meant risking everything. Only the ones you trusted with your life were allowed that close. Your dog knows this, even if she's never seen the wild. The night she first climbed into your bed, circled once and curled into the crook of your knees, she wasn't looking for a blanket. She was handing you her trust. Quietly, completely, without conditions. Science has a name for what happens in that moment. When a dog feels safe with you, her brain releases oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds a mother to her child. At the same time, your stress hormone cortisol begins to fall. That's why she sighs when you stroke her fur. Why you breathe easier when her body melts into yours. It's not just comfort. It's biology, telling both of you belong together. Maybe that's why so many owners admit they cried the first night their rescue dog finally chose the bed. It wasn't training. It wasn't routine. It was a declaration, I trust you with everything I am. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Trust explains why she comes close. But what explains where she chooses to sleep? Why your side of the bed, your pillow, even your dirty laundry? That answer will surprise you because to her comfort isn't about softness at all. It's about scent. Reason 3. Scent of home, your smell is her sanctuary. Think about it. You bought her a fancy bed, soft foam raised sides, maybe even one that matches the furniture. And yet, Where does she always end up? Your pillow, your blanket, even that pile of laundry you swore you'd wash yesterday. Why? Because to her comfort isn't softness, it's scent. Dogs live in a world painted in smell. Your scent is the map she follows through a crowded street, the reason she knows when you're sad, the anchor that keeps her steady when the world feels uncertain. When she presses her face into your pillow or curls into your sweater, she isn't just making herself cozy. She's surrounding herself with you. Researchers once gave dogs two identical beds, same fabric, same shape. The only difference? One carried the owner's scent. Overwhelmingly, the dogs chose the one that smelled like their person. Not because it was warmer, not because it was softer, but because it felt like home. This matters even more for rescue dogs or those who've lived with fear. For them, your scent isn't just familiar, it's proof that the nightmare is over. It calms their heartbeat, slows their breathing, and lets them sleep with both eyes closed for the first time. And here's the beautiful twist over time. Her scent and yours start to mix. Together, they create a shared signature, a quiet biological signal that says we belong to each other. But as powerful as scent is, it's only half the story. Because when smell meets touch, something deeper happens, something that heals both body and soul. And that takes us to the next reason she never leaves your side at night. Reason 4. Healing warmth. Your body is her medicine. Have you noticed it? No matter the season, she always finds the warmest spot in the house. In winter, it's by the heater. In summer, it's the sunbeam across the floor. But at night, she chooses you. Not because you're the softest option, but because your body heat is different. To her, your warmth isn't just comfort, it's healing. Dogs naturally run hotter than we do, but warmth for them isn't only about temperature. It's about safety. It's about regulation. Especially for small breeds, anxious dogs, or those who came from rough beginnings, your body heat calms their system and tells them you can rest now. Science backs this up. A study on therapy dogs found that gentle touch and close contact raised oxytocin levels, the hormone of love and trust, while lowering cortisol, the hormone of stress. That same chemistry happens at night when her chest presses into yours or her paws tuck under your side. Her stress falls. Her trust rises. And here's the secret. The effect flows both ways. That's why you fall asleep faster, why your own breathing steadies when she's there. For rescue dogs, this warmth is more than comfort. It's medicine for old fears. The first night she dares to curl into your chest, it isn't about keeping warm. It's about saying, "This is safe. I am safe. You are home." And if warmth can heal the heart, what about the bed itself? Because what looks like a simple mattress to you means something far more sacred to her. Reason 5. Shared space. Your bed is more than a mattress. You spent good money on her bed, didn't you? Orthopedic foam machine washable cover, raised edges that promise the ultimate in canine comfort. And yet every single night, she ignores it. She leaps onto yours head, on your pillow back, pressed against your spine. Why? Because to her, your bed isn't just a mattress. It's love. In the wild pack, members chose sleeping spots with care. Not only where it was warm, but where scent and sightlines said, "This is safe, this is ours." That instinct is alive in her still. Your bed has become that territory. By climbing onto it, she isn't trespassing. She's claiming her place beside you. Not as a pet, not as a guest, but as family. Science echoes what you've felt in your bones. A Mayo Clinic study found that many owners reported better sleep when their dogs were nearby. It wasn't that the sleep was perfectly still. It was that the presence of a heartbeat, the rhythm of steady breathing, gave them peace. And isn't that the truth? Even when she shifts in the night, you rest easier because she is there. So when she chooses your bed over her own, it's not defiance. It's devotion. It's her way of saying, "Where you are, I belong." But here's the part that most owners never expect. For some dogs, especially rescues, the ones who've carried fear, for far too long the bed becomes more than shared territory. It becomes therapy. And the story of how a wounded dog finally learns to sleep beside her person is a reason powerful enough to heal both sides. Reason 6. Rescue and PTSD. Healing. Sleep as therapy. If you've ever lived with a rescue dog, you know the first nights can be restless. She paces. She startles at every sound. She lies down only to spring back up as if sleep itself is a danger. Trauma lingers in the body like a shadow. But then one night something changes. She climbs into your bed. She exhales. She stays. That moment isn't small. It's healing. Science has measured what owners feel in their hearts. A 2022 meta-analysis on veterans with PTSD found that those partnered with service dogs reported not only less anxiety, but better sleep. Another clinical trial in 2024 showed improved rest and reduced night terrors after just 3 months with a dog by their side. For a being wired by fear, the presence of a trusted companion in bed can mean the difference between nightmares and peace. And here's where it gets even more powerful. The healing doesn't just flow to her, it flows back to you. Many owners of rescue dogs admit the first night their dog finally chose the bed, they cried. Not because of what they gave, but because of what they received. Trust returned, loyalty, unspoken love that steadied their own heart. So when she curls beside you, after years of fear, it's not simply about a softer spot to sleep. It's therapy. It's survival turning into safety. It's trauma being rewritten as trust. But fear has many shapes. For some dogs, it's not the memory of trauma. It's the dread of being left alone. And that's why the next reason may sound familiar to anyone whose dog panics when the door closes at night. Reason 7. Separation, anxiety, sleeping close to avoid fear. Have you ever noticed how she follows you from room to room, never letting you out of sight? Maybe she whines when you leave or scratches at the door, as if the world might end without you. That's separation anxiety. And for many dogs, the dark hours of the night make that fear even louder. The solution she's found: to press against you close enough to feel your breath. This isn't just habit, it's medicine. A massive survey of over 60,000 dogs found that those who slept indoors close to their owners showed far fewer signs of separation, anxiety, or aggression. Think about that. By sharing your bed, she isn't just finding comfort. She's preventing panic. She's rewiring fear into calm. Picture it. Without you, she paces, restless, waiting. With you, she settles, sighs, and finally drifts into real sleep. Her body knows she won't be abandoned in the night. And your body, perhaps without realizing it, learns the same. That's why so many owners confess, when she tucks herself against their chest, their own loneliness feels smaller too. But here's where it gets even more extraordinary. Sometimes the bond grows so deep that it's not only her mind that syncs with yours, but her very heartbeat. Imagine lying there, steady breath against steady breath, and realizing her heart is keeping rhythm with yours. Reason 8. Heart synchrony. Beating as one. It happens so quietly, you might miss it. The room is dark, her body is curled against yours, and for a moment you realize her breathing has fallen into perfect rhythm with your own. In and out. Rise and fall. Almost like the two of you are one body sharing the same night. But it goes deeper than breath. Studies on dogs and their owners have shown that when they rest close together, their heart rates begin to align. Heart rate variability. The subtle changes in the timing of each beat starts to mirror between human and dog. In simple terms, your hearts begin to speak the same language. Think of what that means. After a lifetime of loyalty, after years of unspoken devotion, her body literally tunes itself to yours. That's why the silence of those late hours feels so steady, so calming. It isn't just emotional comfort. It's biological harmony. And here's where the wonder deepens. When her heart beats with yours, she's not just showing love in the moment. She may be giving you something far greater peace that carries into your health, your sleep, even your years to come. Because while a synchronized heart is a miracle of the night, it points toward an even bigger truth. Sharing your bed with her isn't only about trust or instinct. It may actually help both of you live longer, healthier lives. And that brings us to the final reason, one that touches every owner who has ever whispered, "She kept me alive." Reason 9. Longevity and well-being. A gift for both of you. For some owners, it's not just about sleep. It's about survival of a different kind. Picture the retired man who lost his wife and whispered to anyone who would listen, "She kept me alive." He wasn't talking about medicine or therapy. He was talking about the little dog who curled into his bed every night, steady heartbeat against his own. Science gives weight to what those words mean. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that people who share their lives, and yes, even their beds with dogs, often report better quality sleep, less loneliness, and lower blood pressure. Other studies suggest pet ownership can even extend life expectancy. Your dog's presence isn't just easing her own fears. It's shaping your health, your rest, your very years. Think about it. The quiet rhythm of her breathing lulls you to sleep. The warmth of her body lowers your stress. The loyalty in her choice to stay by your side turns nights of emptiness into nights of peace. That's not just love, it's longevity. It's a partnership that doesn't simply fill your heart, but strengthens it. And maybe that's the most extraordinary truth of all. When she climbs into your bed each night, she isn't just asking for safety. She's giving it. She's healing you as much as you heal her. So where does this story end? It ends where it began, with a choice she made, a place she claimed, and a love that has no conditions. And that's the moment we return to now, in the conclusion of this journey. So here we are, back where it all began. The quiet hours of the night. The moment you feel her small body press against yours, her breathing steady, her eyes finally closing. You thought it was comfort? You thought it was habit. But now you know it's survival. It's trust. It's the scent of home. It's warmth, healing, and love strong enough to shape both your lives. Think back to the first night she stayed. The way she sighed. The way she stopped pacing. The way she let the darkness be quiet for once. That wasn't training. That wasn't convenience. That was a choice. She chose you. And not everyone in this world gets to be chosen like that. Every night since then, her place in your bed has been more than routine. It's been a statement. Here I am safe. With you, I belong. So let me ask you, where does your dog sleep? Did she claim her spot right away? Or did it take time? One careful step at a time. Share your story in the comments. I read every one because these aren't just routines. They are love letters written in fur, in breath, in heartbeat. And if this story touched, you stay with me. Subscribe to the channel because in the next video, we'll go even deeper. I'll show you what your dog's sleeping position reveals about her feelings for you. Truths she's been telling you all along without a single word.